Hi everybody, it's Illise Montoya and I'm back for another quick Eikasia update. Personally, I'm super excited that the twin is back in the story. I've been waiting forever to get her back in, and I think I have the scene right now to a point where it's kind of what I've envisioned. Hopefully you guys will feel the same way once you read it tomorrow. I have the update up at 3,400 words. Usually when I write, I don't really think about length. I think more in terms of, well, does the update satisfy a person reading it for that week? Hopefully you guys will think so. So, regarding Elmarin and her dramatic confrontation with Artemis. That was another seat of the pants moment for me. I had not planned that, but the sexual tension I really don't feel was quite out of place. It was a lot of fun writing it. The allure of the idea was just too much for me, really. Elmarin is such an aggressive, dominant personality. I couldn't resist the idea of her being pursued by someone who was of a similar position and actually had more power in more ways than one. I know you guys are big shippers of Elle and Nyx, but in my mind, Artemis is pretty hot. This is, of course, ignoring the predatory nature of this whole situation, plus the theological complications. Behind this new development is a goldmine for topics to explore. Is it cheating if Elmarin sleeps with a god? If Elmarin doesn't wish to and is somehow swayed by Artemis's godly power? Is it rape, then? Where does Nyx draw the line between what a god is entitled to and what rights a mortal may have? Does she believe that mortals have no rights when it comes to gods? What consequences can there be for Artemis to find herself so focused on a single mortal outside of her domain? The list can go on and on, the questions can get ever more complicated, and my mouth salivates at the idea of all the juiciness. Only time will tell if I've overcomplicated things. Those are the risks you take when you're writing spur of the moment a lot of the time, but I've managed for quite a while doing that, so I think it'll turn out okay so long as I don't get completely crazy. But not everything was spur of the moment. I've always had a very Lovecraftian idea of the gods in Eikasia. Elmarin sort of hinted at this when she called the legends alien, suggesting that heaven was an unfathomable concept. While basic details are understood about the pantheon, their true nature is a dangerous knowledge that has the potential of tearing the world apart. The interesting thing I keep revolving around is that Elmarin has the ability to tour around with the foundations of reality. So is she really beholden to the gods if she can muck around with the very definition of the world? One more thing before I forget. I said I would go ahead and try and do this, so my idea was I would try to go ahead and read to you guys some of the harder words to say in Eikasia, because I figure I'm typing these weird-ass words for you, I may as well pronounce them in the way that I usually envision them. However, I don't know. If you don't want to say it that way, then don't. But this is how I've been saying it, so if you have no clue and would like to know how I say it, this is how I say it. First word is right there at the bottom. Yeah, that one. I say fiamen. I've heard it said from my friends and from my husband, fiaman, thiamen, and there was another one, but I can't remember right now. But I say fiamen. Fiamen. I probably could have spelled it differently to maybe better illustrate this, but there's lots of cases of that in Eikasia, so I'm not going to even touch on that. The next one is the title of the story, which is right there. I say Eikasia. Now, I tried looking up the official pronunciation of the word, but I could not find it. I couldn't see anything of it anywhere, and it's apparently this word that's, used in philosophy, so if there's anybody who's, knowledgeable of that stuff, who actually knows the proper pronunciation, just go ahead and tell me, and I'll quickly change my erroneous ways. But I say it Eikasia. Now I've heard it said Eikasia, Eikasia, Eikasia. It's just little things. It's not really all that important. And last one, let me see. How about that curse word that Quincy and Hakeem sometimes throw around? I say it's supposed to be like something drawn from Swahili, the Swahili language. So just bear with me. I don't speak Swahili. I'm gonna have to try and say this without giggling. Tayundu. I just say Tayundu like that. I don't expect you guys to actually have to read this out loud. I will be extremely mortified if I ever find myself having to read that excerpt out loud to people that includes that word, but that's how I say it. So that is, those are the words that I've picked out, but if there's any other ones that maybe you guys would like to hear, I am very much willing to give it a shot, because I know that there's plenty of words that are hard to say in my story. So yeah, go ahead and send me an email or put down a comment. So I hope you guys enjoy the update tomorrow. As usual, please just have a nice, happy weekend. Stay safe, and let me know what you guys think. Always.